Hi, I'm Michael, Victor Echo 3 Tango Kilowatt India. Today we're at the Mississauga Amateur Radio Club club station. The call sign of the station is Victor Echo 3 Mike India Sierra. And today we're operating in the Ontario QSO party, which runs every year on a Saturday. It starts at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, goes till 1 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, and then there's a break until 8 o'clock the following morning, and then it starts up at 8 o'clock and runs till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's somewhat unusual for a contest, but that's the way the Ontario QSO's party is done. So we're at the club station, and this is our operating room here. And before I show you something about the operating positions, this is a map of the various different countries, and they're all labeled. All the country prefixes are here. For example, CP for Bolivia, LU for Argentina. All the countries in the world are designated by particular prefixes in front of their call signs. So here on the wall we have a number of what are known as the DXCC awards, which are awarded to amateur radio stations by the Amateur Radio Relay League in the US. And what you do is you make contacts and you submit your log to the ARL, and you get these certificates for 100 different countries. And one of these, for example, this is the 15-meter band. That's the 20-meter band. That's just a mixed mode thing, and that's a Morse code one over there. So the club, I'm the club QSO manager, and since the early 1990s, 1991, the club has accumulated around 90,000 contacts in the log. So it's easy for us to get these certificates. So that's what those are about. On the other wall, we have a whole bunch more certificates over here. These are various awards that the club has won for different contests, like the Russian DX contest. Another one for the Ontario QSO party. This was the year 2000. There's another one for 2006. So we've won different categories. So the club station has two operating positions. This is the rightmost position, and we have a number of pieces of equipment here, which I'll talk about in a minute. It's generally duplicated. What we've got on the other side is pretty much the same. So on this side, we use a computer for logging, and then the computer is set up for a program called N1MM. And it's set up for this particular contest. Bob VE3CWU is the operator. That's what that means. We use the computers to log the contacts that we make. This radio here is a Yaesu FT2000. This is a high-end contesting radio. Excellent radio for contesting and generally for DXing. It's connected to, let's see, it goes, there's a set of filters which are here. That we got one filter for each band in the box here. And it's controlled by this little box here. And you select the band by rotating the dial from whichever band you want, and it picks a particular filter. We also have a linear amplifier here. This is a Henry 3K amplifier. It's fairly old in terms of vintage, but it works very well, and it puts up to 2 kilowatts. So it takes the 100 watts that the radio transmits at, amplifies it up to 2 kilowatts. From there, the signal goes into the antenna tuner, matching unit, which matches the antennas. And this is a manual antenna tuner. So that's what we have on this side. The other box here is the remote station interlock switch, which we'll talk about later. And this is the remote station radio. It's a Kenwood TS480, this and this. And these two allow us to have people at their own home operating the radio remotely using a laptop. So that's pretty well what's on this side. aside from some wireless stuff to do with the wireless connections for the internet for the station. And on this side here,
Here is it. This is frequency and use.
pretty much the same arrangement. The computer again.
CQ,
Another FT2000.
Anywhere, Victor Echo 3,
Here.
Mike India Sierra. CQ Ontario QSO Party, Victor Echo 3, Mike India Sierra.
Linear amplifier here. This time it's an Alpha
CQ
91
Ontario
Beta.
QSO
Very
Party,
nice
Victor Echo
amplifier.
3, Mike India Sierra.
This is another antenna tuner here.
CQ Ontario QSO Party, Victor
All right.
Echo 3, Mike
And
India
over
Sierra.
here, outside, as we'll show you, we have two antenna towers with two sets of antennas.
Mike India Sierra.
And each one has a rotor. This is a rotor controller. Tells you which direction the
CQ
antenna is
Ontario
pointed.
QSO Party, Victor Echo 3,
This one is
Mike
for the
India
north
Sierra.
tower. This one is for the south tower that's behind us upstairs.
CQ Ontario QSO Party, Victor Echo
This
3,
little box
Mike
and that
India
over there are
Sierra.
the same filters we have on the other side. And this box is the
CQ
antenna
Ontario
selector.
QSO Party, anyone, anywhere, Victor Echo 3, Mike India Sierra.
And that's about it for the club station.
CQ Ontario QSO Party, Victor Echo 3.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you how the station is operated. And over here to my left is Tom, Victor Echo 3 Tango Whiskey Golf, and he's the operator. Again, we're at the QSO party. So okay, Tom, go ahead and show us.
CQ, the Ontario QSO Party, Victor Echo 3, Mike India Sierra. CQ, the Ontario QSO Party, Victor Echo 3, Mike India Sierra. And Victor Alpha 3, please. Papa Sierra Delta, that's a Roger. It's a nice one to get. Thank you for getting back to us. Very good. Enjoy yourself. CQ, the Ontario QSO Party, Victor Echo 3, Mike India Sierra.
Yes.
Victor Echo 3, Mike India Sierra.
Victor Echo 3, Mike India Sierra, 59, Lancaster County.
Thank you for the 5-9 Lancaster County. You're 5-9 Papa Echo Lima. Okay, and can I have your call, please?
Okay, thank you very much for Ontario. You're 59 Lancaster County, 73.
Thanks, and what's your call?
Whiskey, Bravo, 0, Yankee Echo, Roger.
Whiskey Bravo 0 Yankee Echo, correct?
Roger.
Thank you very much for the contact. Have a good contest.
2273, QRZ, Nebraska, QSO Party, Whiskey Bravo 0, Yankee Echo. Whiskey 0, Bravo.
There.
Whiskey 0.
And what you do in the contest is on the log is you put in the call sign and the exchange, and that's what I've done here. His call sign was Whiskey Bravo 0 Yankee Echo, and he's a U.S. contact, so the exchange is DX. That means U.S.
All right, well, this is the third position we're using for the Ontario QSO Party. The radio we're using here is a FT847. This radio is an all-mode radio, so not only can it do HF from 160 to through 10, it could also do 2 meters in 6 meters and 440. It's either FM or sideband or CW. So we're using this particular station so that we can get the UHF, VHF multipliers in the contest. The other position can't. This device here is an electronic keyer. I can either automatically send Morse code at varying speeds, or I can send wave files, which are pre-recorded voices, so I just have to hit function keys to call CQ or to give a report, and it's quite possible almost to do an entire exchange without even talking, at least in CW. Voice, we can do most of it. The only thing I can't do is generate his call sign. So, and of course there's our Morse code key and the logging program, as you've seen, that's linked with the other other computers on the N1MM. So I can see the total score, what's going on in the entire contest. So that's the third position.
You hit F4 and it calls again.
Yeah. And I'm sending my call sign VE3MIS.
Yeah, and then when I come back to you V3MIS, then you...
Yeah, then you're going to give me, so it's you're the one that's calling CQ, so you're going to go back and say V3 IMG, or MIS in this case, and then you are 59 Halton, Hotel Tango November. You would type in Hotel Tango November, hit enter. I don't want to enter at this point because I don't want to log it. And then it comes in. That's search and pounce.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, if you're in run mode, what you're doing here, you're just punching F1 all the time.
Yeah, right.
If you hear a call sign, you're calling me now, V3TKI. I go V3, V3TKI,
Yeah.
and then I would tab.
We are outside the Mississauga Amateur Radio Club station, and we're looking at the antennas on the roof of the station. And towards the back of the building, that's north, and at the extreme back of the building there's a tower, and that tower goes down from the roof right down to the ground, and it's guyed on the roof at a number of different places. And on that tower, on the very top, is a 3-element beam, Yagi, good for 10 meters, 15 meters, and 20 meters. And underneath it at right angles to it is a full-size 40-meter beam. And it's at right angles to avoid interference between the 40-meter beam and the 15-meter element of the Yagi that's up above it. And immediately to its right you can see the silver antenna. That's the R9, the Cushcraft R9 multiband vertical antenna that's used for the remote station. It's exclusively used for the remote station. To the right of the Cushcraft vertical is a greenish-gray fiberglass mast. And that mast holds up our 80-meter dipole antenna and our 160-meter dipole antenna. And then moving forward, further forward to the front of the building, you see the other tower, which is the south tower. And on that tower is a identical antenna to the 10-meter, 15-meter, and 20-meter beam. It's the same KLM antenna on both towers. And if you go further to the right, on the other side of the building, on the right-hand side of the building from our side, you can see a tower that's attached to the side of the building. And on that tower is a small beam pointing towards our repeater site, which is further to the south. And on the top of the tower on the side, there's a vertical antenna that's good for, it's a diamond antenna, and it's good for 2 meters, 70 centimeters, and 1.2 gigahertz frequencies. And on the main tower at the top, at the front here, there's a diamond X50 antenna, which is used for our packet station.